Everywhere in the city of Thessaloniki, here in Greece, this oranges tree is all over the city center. Thessaloniki has a large variety of restaurants, bars, and clubs. Places to eat and drink in Thessaloniki are spread in all neighborhoods, although the most famous venues are found in a walking distance from Aristotle Square, the most central spot of the city. Due to the large student community of Thessaloniki, restaurants and bars are open all year round. The most famous bars are found in Aristotle Square and along the beach promenade, staying open until late and playing loud music.
Inuman ah. Sus ka? Kapihan naman. Ito kapilo to eh. Ito kapila. Okay. Eh, tampo na to.
11 naman.
Ha?
Alas 11.
Tayo makakaw tayo baga ano.
The most famous quarter with places to eat in Thessaloniki is Deka, an old, ill-reputed neighborhood that has now turned into a nightlife spot. Taverns in Deka have a traditional style and many live music nights with rebetiko or bouzoukia musicians. Such traditional taverns are also found in the quarter of Anopoli Old Town. This is the city that has come to be associated with entertainment and nightlife. With everything from traditional tavernas to concept bars for every taste, Thessaloniki's diverse neighborhoods continue to come up with inventive ways to mesmerize tourists. This city comes alive at night. Thessaloniki is a friendly, diverse, vivacious, and always welcoming city that knows how to have a good time. It is a result of its constantly changing blend of influences, never afraid to reinvent itself, especially when it comes to its food and drink scene, which is at the center of its ascent to one of Europe's most popular city getaway spots. For evening or nighttime entertainment, there are many lounge bars, shows, live music bars, discos, clubs, and bouzoukis to choose from. You can definitely find a place to enjoy your drink with the background of your favorite music, from traditional Greek to modern international, from jazz to rock, from Latin to soul. Thessaloniki's best bars are mainly found in the city center and along the beach promenade. Following is a list of places that you should definitely not miss while enjoying nightlife in Thessaloniki. Must-visit areas: Metropolios Street, one of Thessaloniki's main shopping streets, and the neighborhood around it have developed into a popular entertainment hub with a distinctive ambience. Neo-classical structures have been transformed into chic bars, cafes, shops, and a variety of restaurants. Before making a decision, make sure to look around, including on Proxenu Karamila ST, which runs parallel to Metropolios Saint with pavement tables piled high with beautifully presented dishes and warm bars. There is no shortage of temptation. Anopoli and the castles. Consider visiting the upper town's winding lanes and Venetian castles for a different perspective on Thessaloniki. Explore at your own pace, taking note of the two-story houses and stone-paved squares that make up one of the city's oldest neighborhoods. It will enhance your enjoyment of the delicacies served in the neighborhood's quaint cafes and taverns, as well as those near the Trigoniou Tower, Pasha's Gardens, and Heptapurgeon. Find an ousery or bar with a terrace for an extra special treat, and enjoy the view of the city and Thermaic Gulf while sipping your drink. Vala Ritu Street. In Vala Ritu, a street that has also come to represent an entire neighborhood, the fun lasts well into the night. There are a wide variety of bars, each with its own musical preferences and aesthetic, as well as structures whose construction is reminiscent of the old Thessaloniki. Here are the city's Catholic Church and State Conservatory, as well as the Malakopi Arcade, which houses a few bars and pubs with their own distinctive vibes. In the area that used to be the city's commercial district, including Irmu St, there are also a lot of old stores that have been converted into cafes and restaurants. The classics, walking along the waterfront, is a must when visiting Thessaloniki. It is not only a famous stroll along the Thermaic Gulf, which extends from the Deka neighborhood past the White Tower and all the way to the Thessaloniki Concert Hall Egaro Mousikis, but it is also a popular gathering place for locals and tourists, as well as the site of an apparently never-ending row of eateries, cafes, and bars. There are many hidden mezz bars and cafes, but the busiest areas are near Aristoteles Square and the White Tower. Deka, one of the most well-liked neighborhoods in Thessaloniki and the epitome of urban cool. Lada Dika, a commercial area that was formerly well known for selling wholesale oil products, Lodi is Greek for oil, was situated west of the city center, close to the port. Then, in the 1980s, there was a renovation and pedestrianization project on and near Egyptu Street that turned warehouses into taverns, bistros, pubs, wine bars, and even nightclubs, giving rise to one of Thessaloniki's hippest neighborhoods. In addition, Emporiu Square just above Simiski ST has additional upscale wine bars and restaurants.
Ha? Gani.
Bit bizarre, if you don't know where to look, you might miss this little hidden gem. In the 1920s, Greek refugees leaving Asia Minor were once housed in the small neighborhood known as Bit Bazaar. It is tucked away in a central square surrounded by tiny two-story houses between the Olimpu, Venizelu, and Tizitsa streets. There are still some of the antique stores that made the bazaar famous, but you'll also find stores that have been transformed into cafes, tavernas, and bars that play alternative music. Just ask if you can't find it. It's grown to be a popular hangout for students. The best nightclubs in Thessaloniki. 1. La Rosa Negra, a Latin club. If you enjoy Latin music, be glad to know that Thessaloniki has La Rosa Negra, a destination for all things Latin. If you're new to dancing, but eager to show off your moves, be aware that La Rosa Negra is very different from other clubs you might visit. Regular salsa or bachata dance parties feature music from Cuba and Jamaica. Additionally, you can unwind with delectable drinks in a casual setting and even find a dance partner among the regulars. 2. Vogue Club. One of the most popular live scenes in Thessaloniki is this one. Vogue is a loud, obnoxious, and mesmerizing nightclub and concert venue. The place to be for young people who want to be seen and recognized. For the 1,000 guests present, the big nightclub vibe is created by strong industrial decor and understated luxury accents. Naturally, the best musical acts begin after midnight. Numerous well-known artists perform live there. If you enjoy clubs, don't miss Vogue. 3. Dizzy Doll. One of the first rock clubs in the Lada Dika neighborhood. Hard rock and heavy metal music has been housed for years in a cleverly decorated setting that evokes classic bars. It has 2 floors, the first being the ground floor with the bar and the second one housing the billiards, and is situated in one of the many historical structures of the neighborhood. It is a traditional option for anyone seeking a less mainstream atmosphere. For Taxity, one of the most well-known bars in Thessaloniki, consistently ranks in the top 10 for visitors, and it has developed a loyal following. With very specific music choices, ranging from Latin music to rock, it manages to create a setting that is rather challenging for any bar to replicate. 5th, The Pub. Rock vibe, relaxed setting, pleasant company, plenty of beer, and a very modern cellar. The distinctive decoration of this establishment, which is located in the old Lada Dika neighborhood of Thessaloniki and bears the motto "Friends Welcome," manages to continuously draw in new customers. A few pieces of rock music, ranging from heavy metal to the 1960s, enhance the atmosphere and round out the experience. 6. The Malten Jazz, one of Thessaloniki's oldest and most well-known live bars, is located on Proxenu Karamila Street. Malten Jazz has been around for more than 2 decades and still hosts numerous live shows and performances from different bands. Really enjoyable evenings in a welcoming and colorful environment are absolutely perfect for you and your guests. It has a wide selection of drinks, including whiskey, beers, and cocktails with great ambience.
Ate, di nakatulog sila eh. Di nakatulog sila eh.